Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to this right now, asking yourself, what do the questions of the universe hold, then we must sadly tell you, we got nothing. Greetings and salutations, my psychedelic children, my beautiful souls, and welcome once again to the expose into the art of conversation. We got nothing. I am your host, Catalyst Jose, coming at you once again from the beautiful Sunshine Wasteland of Central Florida. And my guest at this time, he is a fellow weeb. He has frequented the loving eastern country of Japan many of occasion, and he is a former brother in arms in the downtown club scene of Orlando, Florida. Please help me welcome one Alex Keezy Kills. What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Not too much. Not too much. It's been crazy. Like being back home and whatnot. Just got out from a vacation. It's been whack. Trying to get back to the routine and whatnot. How's it been here in Orlando?
Atlanta's alright.
Orlando's Orlando.
I swear it's just getting worse and worse every week.
What do you mean?
With all the restrictions they're putting on the parking and stuff, and just like how they're treating people downtown, it's just like they're trying to make it, I don't know, just not friendly to come downtown after 11 o'clock. That's all I know.
Really?
Yeah, so like what they do to the parking, they basically set up all these like roadblocks like for a lot of the parking garages, so you can't park in the garages after like 11 o'clock. So a lot of people are just having to walk really far to get downtown.
What about the behavior of people? Has that changed at all?
I would say there's a lot less fuckery going on.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say like 2-3 years back there was this constant every night with some craziness, especially pre-COVID. Those people were just tripping.
Facts. I gotta be real, like, working in the club scene was so surreal. Like, when I was living in New York, there was at one point where I wanted to do, bouncing and whatnot, and, up in that state, it's not as, like, chaotic as you'd think. I mean, there are certainly some times, but, like, compared to down here, like, what is it? I remember, that one time when, some girl brought in a big ass hairbrush, and it turns out it was a hidden blade, like Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed style. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
the hairstylist is ass coming in here and
Yeah, no, my favorite was, I think, that one white girl that got jumped at the Swoozy concert. Like, bro, this girl comes in, and then she comes out. Her face is lit the fuck up, and she's screaming, "I just got jumped! I just got jumped!" And like, and we were trying to separate like any parties and whatnot, and she was like, "Oh fuck y'all, you just want to fuck all the white bitches in there." Gives me the double middle finger, and I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even there. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, that's just how it is when you're security. Everybody just wants to say fuck you and fuck you at the same time.
What gets me is like why people jump each other during concerts. Like, one, y'all are there to experience an artist. Like, I hate that shit. Like, are you really that childish that you're gonna ruin it for other people? Like,
Some people don't know how to have fun, honestly. Some people want to go out just with the thoughts of like fighting people. I remember I used to have some homeboys that like literally can't even go out with these guys because they're always talking about, man, I wish somebody would try me tonight. I'm just like, how about you go and get some bitches tonight and stop worrying about a bunch of niggas? Like, oh,
no, for real. There were times where like I was downtown, and like I kind of felt that, like, but that was when I was on my own bullshit. The thing is, like, it's kind of a similar thing when I was like doing the restaurant after hours thing in New York when Brad and Chad would pull up they were either gonna go there to fuck their dates or they weren't getting any action that night and they wanted to fight. It's like was no in between.
I don't understand it. I really don't.
To paraphrase one of my favorite comedians, men have three different emotions. There's angry, happy, and horny. And sometimes they experience like all three at once, especially during a sporting event. Or actually, like it was angry, happy, and confused. And what is it? Angry and happy are horny. and sometimes and sometimes motherfuckers like just like it's there's you see especially when social media became a real thing, where emotional regulation and mastery really took a nosedive in terms of psychology, you know?
Just people online can say whatever they want, and then they think they can translate that to the real world, say whatever they want. There's no consequences.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to subscribe more to Matrix theory, like we're all in a simulation, but like when you pull the bullshit you do online in real life, you find out real quick that we don't get second chances. We don't get extra lives.
You'll get canceled out here real fast.
In more ways than one. Speaking of which, you've been gaming as of late?
Yeah, I'm only playing like Apex and Call of Duty and stuff. I haven't played any other games in a long time. No Fortnite.
Yeah, nah, I've been hopping on a little bit of Ghost Recon Wildlands here and there. My boy suggested Overwatch 2. Still haven't cracked that shit open. It looked all right. It's just that I've never been much for a multiplayer game kind of dude. Like I understand the social aspect about it, but I was always raised single player, so it's like it's weird jumping into that dynamic now.
Yeah, I like what's it called? I like the battle royale type vibes. In the
Hmm.
last one, five and stuff. Fighting against like 100 other people.
Heard that. Heard
I
that.
used to be a big fan of Battlefield. Battlefield. Like, all those Battlefields, everything that came out, I used to love those games. I was addicted to those for a while. I'm not gonna lie. Even the Tom Clancy.
Yeah, Tom Clancy games had a nice ring to it, very much so. I've seen on the Instaverse you've been on a grind as of late. Like, how was visiting the country of Japan for like what the second, third time?
Then my second time going to Japan, I went in what's it called? First time I went was August last year. Next time I went was like February, March. I've never taken acid, but I assume like it's like an acid trip. Honestly, it's like the most euphoric feeling ever. Especially the first time you're there, you're just like the whole time you're just like in awe. You're just like looking all around and like the views are just beautiful. Everything's beautiful. The city of Tokyo is gigantic. Osaka's beautiful. Kyoto beautiful. Can't get those type of views in America, I think, honestly.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, no. I see the different geographical layouts, and it's absolutely astonishing. Like whether you go to like the mountains of like Colorado or upstate New York, or if you go to the beaches here in Florida or like over out in Cali, there, like it's night and day still. Like it's a different feel.
I thought New York was busy, but Tokyo's 10 times as busy. And the train, honestly, the best part about like Japan, other than like the views, the food, the people, is like that train system. And it's like, if America had that train system, like everybody would just be loving their life. We don't put the money in the right places, honestly. I think the infrastructure is kind of ass.
I was about to say because the the way the exchange work is over there in terms of the currency, like you spend like probably 2,000 like in the country itself, right? You're golden for like probably like almost the whole week, wouldn't you say?
Depending on how much you eat, what you buy, you can last over that for a while. Because the food is really cheap, but it's really good. So you're just eating clean food all day long. It's like that's another thing. It's like you don't even realize like the different tastes of food because we're eating this like American food that's like very highly processed and stuff. Most things in Japan are made fresh to eat, and they actually take pride in their food and stuff like that. So just like every single day, I was eating something so good. Even the fruits taste different. Like the watermelons, it's like nothing over here. Nothing over here tastes the same. I really think that like with our fruit, we add like too much sweetener to our food. Honestly, like this fruit does not taste like this over there.
Yeah, no, you can, if you have like fresh fruit and vegetables from a garden versus like the grocery store, it is night and day. And unfortunately, like with agriculture, and especially if you're going for like protein, like livestock, like that shit is just like it's so costly and to manage and whatnot. They almost make it so impossible to actually get like genuine organic food that is not processed. If not, like it's way too expensive, and people wonder why like obesity and other health problems like skyrocket because shit like
Yeah, you'll rarely see like a fat person over there, and like you just rarely see there. Everybody's over there super skinny. That's like their just like their beauty standard, just dumb skinny, freaking, and like all the old people, they're like doing stuff like they're walking around, they're riding bikes, or like they're old, but they're still moving around like they're young. Like our old people over here, they're like nowhere near as agile. And I take Japanese old people over American old people any day. They'll whoop our asses.
Yeah, nah, it's so like what are a couple of like other than like the obvious differences in health and geography, what are some different cultures over there? Like I hear like you can do all sorts of weird shit like play like games at urinals and bullshit like that. Like what?
I didn't see that. They got like blue days, so you get your butt cleaned up real nice. Squirt a little water into your butt. It's just crazy. Um, we got a crazy like arcade game system going on down there. Like these people will be playing the games for like hours, and you'll never get a chance to get on the game because they don't. They're honestly like they're hitting every single button on time, doing streaks like 1,000 streak, 2,000 streak. Like they don't miss at all. Like the entire game. Like it's kind of wild. Like these games they play, they're not playing at all. Like they are the truth of these arcade games. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's a lot of Western style games that like still influence us today, but people underestimate like how much the Japanese like in terms of entertainment. I think it's like the second most booming because you got manga, you got the Japanese style games like Final Fantasy, Pokemon, and all that stuff that have deeply entrench themselves into our culture and that we celebrate nonstop. I mean, fuck, I want to say it was a few days back, it was all over the news that One Piece took over the Las Vegas Sphere for the 25th year anniversary.
That's dope. I did not get to see that. I wish I could see that.
What is it? Japan's firmly on my list of places to travel in the future. Did you have to like learn Japanese and become fluent in it?
Uh, used a lot of Google Translate. I did so. I learned on Duolingo a little bit before I went there, so I knew a couple words. My grandma helped me out with a couple words. I basically knew how to get around or little things and stuff, and say my name and introduce myself, things like that. Just get my like foot in the door, and then like more of the advanced conversation, I whip out Google Translate. Like honestly, you can if you just whip out Google Translate, it's like you don't miss a beat pretty much with the conversation.
None of the Japanese girls minded.
They did not mind.
Heard that. Heard that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody in Japan is on like they got their own anime that they like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen some anime that was on like the TV, the Japan TV or Japanese television channels, and like there are animes I've never watched before in my entire life.
Hmm.
I'm just like, I don't even know what this is. How to look it up, I don't even know. But I was like, Jesus Christ, is good.
Well, yeah, they've had decades plus to really like refine the craft because like it really started taking off more in the 70s and 80s. And we didn't really experience that until the mid 80s with stuff like Speed Racer and Transformers. Like these were some of and Akira, of course. These were the first animes that graced us, and like it really did not get its started really ingraining itself in society until the mid 90s to early 2000s, and now like it's going through its golden age renaissance, especially after COVID.
Yeah, I think like Studio Ghibli, they really helped out a lot with spreading the word to USA because a lot of their films people watch, like Spirited Away and things like that. And, one of the most recent ones, I forget what it's called, but or like The Heroine or something like that. Um, that one was in theaters in USA, so like it's actually becoming something really big, and I really like the Studio Ghibli. And it's crazy because back in the day, it used to be like considered like lame to watch like anime and stuff. Now it's like the vibe, like everybody's like watching it.
It's so crazy because I hear from my uncles all the time about like stuff like the Marvel stuff and D&D, how like they would kind of be looked at weird for liking that stuff. Now that's part of the mainstream. I'm starting to feel that exact feeling, but with anime, because like back when I was in middle school and high school, like I always loved. I mean, I was raised on Dragon Ball Z, but like going through stuff like Naruto and Pokemon and all that stuff is like people still had kind of a stigma with it, and now like anime has been like one of those mediums of art that just transcends all social boundaries. Like I've met CEOs, I've met rich fucks, I've met hood rats, I've met sports fans, high intellectuals, what is it, pop culture nerds like you and I. And I've met supermodels, hot ass supermodels. All of them enjoy anime. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, if I was only born a little bit sooner.
I'm trying to tell you, there's a show for everybody. There's so much anime out there. It's just insane. The culture is spreading to everywhere.
What would be your top three?
My brother, he started me out on anime, so first show I ever watched was One Piece. So that's my number one, and I'm still watching it freaking 27 years later. I like Naruto. Uh, damn, that's hard. It's gonna be like either it's like a tie between like Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, Attack on Titan, and then Samurai Champloo.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
it's like a four-way tie with there.
yeah, and I think you hit all my top three is like uh, because honest to God,
Oh, number three, Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai.
Yeah, number three, Afro Samurai.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah, not like for me number one for the longest time was Naruto, but like after like really diving into One Piece the past year and like using that as my gym fuel, like I firmly like I think I'll put that as my number one just because like it gets better and better as you go. And
It's so good.
it still isn't ending. Like we just reached the final saga and it just keeps getting better and better. So yeah, I'll put Naruto as number two just because like it had a lot more influence in my preteen to like college adult years. Definitely,
Man,
especially
Naruto Shippuden was crazy.
a lot of filler, and like there were some jumping the shark points, but like it still stands the test of time as one of the best, really, to really ingrain itself in Western culture. And of course, number three has to be the granddaddy, that being Dragon Ball Z. Yes, Attack on Titan was pretty damn impressive, but when it comes down to it, DBZ is kind of like the forefront. And I mean, yes, like you have Studio Ghibli and others, but like in terms of how long the franchise has been going and its deep influences in terms of the modern day zeitgeist, Dragon Ball still stands heads above so many other franchises. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. Like this man like has created what is it, a global phenomenon in terms of the artverse.
If we're gonna talk about the movies though that I like for anime, I gotta do Spirited Away at number one. I like Akira. Akira number two, and then freaking what's it called? One Piece. When he's fighting Professor Z, I forget which one that was called. It's like One Piece Stampede or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are my favorite three. And it's crazy how big One Piece is, because I remember when I was in France, I walked through to this movie theater and they literally were playing One Piece Red on in the movie theater.
Oh, no joke.
Yeah, and then when I was in Japan, I was there the day they were releasing when he was fighting Kaido and he goes Gear 5 for the first time. And the internet literally shut down for like a couple hours, I swear, on the freaking island. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, when I was on vacation up in New York not that long ago, I they finally released on YouTube like the full fight between him and Rob Lucci round two, and oh my god, like I've never been one for dub, but like even in dub, not dub, sub, like oh, the emotion of it and just like the intensity of the battle, probably one of their best animated battles to date, and it's like you knew Lucci didn't stand a chance, but like it was still insane, and seeing not only just the callbacks to the Battle of Enies Lobby and his interactions with dudes like Sentamaru, but like also just like seeing full force what Gear 5 was capable of. I mean, we saw quite a bit with Kaido, but like this one really just showed how OP like Gear 5 truly is.
That is a fact. I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know. That was one of the best. Oh, the freaking animator that was working on Dragon Ball Z Super just came over to One Piece. They hired her over at One Piece, and that's why all the battles are so much like the animation so much better.
Dude, they're gonna need it for the final saga. Like, I mean, I think they're gonna really need it for the rest of the animated segments of Egghead Island because I've been keeping up a little bit with the manga and whatnot. And when they finally, spoiler alerts here, like when they finally drop the Gorosei, the Five Elders, and the battle that's gonna ensue with them, it's gonna be intense. And to think this is the beginning of the final saga, like it kind of gives me flashbacks to the Sabaody arc because that was kind of the part one of the final arc of the first half of the series.
Yeah, it's crazy. We had to wait 27 years just to see the Gorosei finally fight.
And it really speaks to Oda's like storytelling, because like you see a lot with shows like The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones and whatnot, where they try to keep viewers glued with a bunch of character deaths, and I think Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon did it better, but like the fact that like Oda is just so focused on like telling the story of what it's like to go on a big whirlwind city adventure, round adventure with your buddies, and like only a handful of actual tragic moments, and still keep the up vibe. Like it speaks wonders. I mean, look no further than when they finally decided to go live action on Netflix.
That is true. Did you watch the live action yet?
Oh, you bet your ass I did.
Yeah, that live action was really good. All the characters they picked, or the actors, they matched up really well, I think, pretty much.
It's all
Mihawk was really good.
Mihawk, yeah.
Luffy, they picked the perfect person for Luffy. I was like, damn.
It's also crazy to me because, like, one, it doesn't follow a specific ideology that you see with a lot of media nowadays, and just the way it's presented, like, it kind of has a very CW feel to it, akin to that of The Flash and.
What do you mean by CW?
In terms of the special effects and makeup, like they did real well with guys like Arlong and the presentation of people like Mihawk and whatnot. But there are still moments, like especially with Luffy's stretch rubber ability, his gum gum ability, where you can see kind of like where it's kind of like but it adds the charm to it. Like because of how like silly One Piece is at times, it only adds to the charm of the live action that there are some parts where it's like that looks kind of wonky and dated, but it does nothing to deter the fact of just how amazing it is. Like I want to say I've blown through the series, the live action, like about 5 or 6 times now. I can't get enough of it.
No, it is really good. I can't wait for the next season to come out. They really need to.
Yeah, no, I think they're aiming for next year, just like GTA 6, just like Stranger Things. It's gonna be a good year next year.
You ever watch The Boys?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, you know a new season of that's coming out too. I like just superhero shows like that. The show the real deal.
Yeah, no, it shows a lot of gritty and realism on how it would affect real life, especially in a capitalist society. I like that.
It's so funny. I think that show is crazy. It's like not anime so much, but it's like one of those live actions that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I love a good superhero show.
It has those elements to it, definitely, and I really like what is it? The lead actor, Carl Urban, who plays Billy Butcher. I've been following his career like since I was a 10-year-old kid when I saw Doom with The Rock, and like he's just
Oh yeah, he is a dude.
yeah, no, and he's just always been like one of those actors where like you see him in everything, but like you can't quite place him. And now like that, this is his like big like role that defines him. It just makes me so happy. Like put him on the map and shit.
He's a pretty good actor. The dude that plays Homelander is really good too.
Yeah, he's been at it for a while too, and he just, oh my god, that scene in the third season where he's arguing with himself in the mirror, calling himself a loser. I was like, yo, this guy's fucking nuts. I used to hate him, but like, I can't get enough of him now. I can't lie.
Nah, he's like one of the better characters. He's crazy as hell.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be getting an Amazon Prime subscription after House of the Dragon season two's done, and just like binge through like that, the Fallout series, and what the fuck's it called? All right, a bit of technical difficulties. We will edit that out.
Sorry about that. I forgot I have a time limit on my Instagram.
Really, that's a thing?
Yeah, I just took it off. Everything was like, and you're done.
And it's gone.
Oh my Jesus. Still recording.
Yeah, no. It adds to to the unique to the podcasting medium. Yeah, no, like I can't wait to get like an Amazon Prime subscription because they have a lot of good stuff on there now, like between The Boys, Invincible, and the Fallout show. Like that shit's gonna be lit.
Oh, Fallout! Oh my god, I watched that one day, all of the episodes. That joint is so good. I used to play that game all the time.
I still do. Yeah, no. What is it?
Fallout top 3 games ever.
Yeah, no, the lead, the guy who plays the ghoul there, Walter Goggins, like he's another one of those dudes who's like been in everything, and and like seeing this, like I love that Amazon like takes some of these obscure actors and just like jettisons them into franchises that are just so perfect and so like really coming into the mainstream.
I think they did good by choosing the girl as like the one vault person that gets outside, you know.
Yeah.
Traveling outside.
Yeah, no, and she's British too, and like what is it? Every time I hear her say "okie dokie," I'm just like, oh my god, she's so pure hearted, and she is, oh my god, she's drop dead gorgeous. I'm gonna be real, she's drop dead gorgeous. Damn.
She's adorable.
You mentioned before that you were trying to get the fuck out of Orlando at some point. What are your future goals?
Future goals: moving to Seattle with my girlfriend, and then moving overseas.
Gonna try for Japan?
Probably like half in Japan, half like in Europe.
Yeah, it's becoming more of a popular thing to move out east right now.
Yeah, hopefully that Ukraine, Russia dies down a little bit.
Yeah, you don't hear much of that anymore. Probably for good reasons.
I don't want to catch no shrapnel.
Well, I think it's hard to catch strap over there because, like, what is it? Well, I mean, yes, they're in a war, but, like, gun laws in other countries are insane, so.
Just because there's a gun law doesn't mean people don't got guns.
Nah, that's facts. You ain't lying, you ain't lying. What kind of business are you going to be doing?
I'm about to create a business so that it'll just like I can just do a lot of things online, so I don't have to. Well, I really want to just like go back to USA to sell stuff, and then go back to Japan, buy stuff, sell stuff, buy stuff. Like vice versa, if I need to bring stuff from USA to Japan to sell, or Europe or whatever's gonna make the most sense, most ROI and stuff like that.
Hey, it sounds like the dream, though. Like, what is it? I'm not gonna be in Orlando for another by July 22nd of next year. So, like, I'm definitely in the mood for travel. Like, my thing would be like, I mean, I'm sure the passport situation wouldn't be too hard, but I think the biggest like challenge would be like if I'm going to a certain country, just like trying to figure out the cultural dynamics, the language, and all that jazz.
So like, if you talk to enough Japanese people after enough time, you start catching on to it.
Well, yeah.
And if you start, obviously, if you're just like surrounded by Japanese, like whether it's them talking, you're reading it, or you're hearing it on the television, you're gonna start learning some words here and there. But if you do your due diligence, hop on like Duolingo or something, you'll get a way better understanding of everything.
Well, yeah, it's kind of the same that I experienced down here when I was working at the old restaurant there. Like, if you spend enough time around people who speak Spanish nonstop, you kind of catch like different dialects and phrases and whatnot.
That's what I did. I mean, every Sunday is Spanish night, so like I learned something new every time I talk to some Spanish people. So like, I already know exactly what the heck they were talking about nowadays.
Something. So yeah, no, it's crazy too. Somebody here at my complex threw out a whole box of books, and one of them was Beginner's Guide to Japanese, and a few manga too. Like read a little bit of Tokyo Ghoul, and got the first two volumes of Death Note. So,
Throw that out, you should be arrested. That's crazy.
dude, like these people will throw out all sorts of shit. Like I'm not complaining. I just got myself a full on library.
Go to jail.
Yeah. No, go to jail. Go to literary jail. You suck.
Crazy. I
Uh,
got some One Piece volumes over there. Like when I went for the first time we did Gear 5, I got that book.
mhm.
Like a piece of history.
I love it. I love it.
Pass
What?
it down to the children.
Pass. Yes. Well, folks, when it comes to Eastern cultures and their influence on Western culture, when it comes to the loving medium that is anime and working in the club system over here in Orlando, flat out, folks, we got nothing. Keezy, thank you for hopping on this. It's been a pleasure. And is there any way you want the audience to follow you in any sort of way on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at Ocean Keezy. It's like Ocean and then Keezy Keezy. And I'm also on Facebook posting like different travel videos and things like that. So that's Alex Keels on Facebook, and then my last one is YouTube, which is Keezy B Traveling. It's Keezy space B space traveling without the G.
All right. Yeah, I love it.
So just tap in. I'm about to be posting more videos, and I'll be going to back to Japan soon. And also, when I get over to Seattle, I'll be posting some videos about Seattle, just showing like the different areas, what they got going on over there, the different events. So I'll be posting a lot of events and things like that. So I say stay tuned. I got a lot of them coming out soon.
Yeah, no, at some point, like, if there's someone I want to hit up Japan with, I definitely want to hit it with you. Like, that can be a future plan right there. Um, and if you would like to see what Life on Saturn Productions is cooking up in terms of content, please follow Life on Saturn Comics on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you would also like to see what I provide personally in terms of content, please follow me at Catalyst Joe. So that is CATALY 5TJ05T on Instagram. And with that being said, folks, please keep your vibes dope, keep your zen flowing, and as always, peace.